So, you set a bunch of resolutions starting today. Do you really want to do all of them? It's a question you need to ask, and a question we asked in our latest episode of Dan and Can, the podcast, where we're talking about resolutions. And we started talking about why we set the ones that we do, and we're looking back in our past and seeing what we set and kind of figure out why we fail at them all the time. And when we were looking at it, we kind of realized that a lot of these resolutions we were setting, these improvements for ourselves, were kind of dictated us by outside influences, whether it be our faith, whether it be media, society, businesses trying to promote ideologies in our lives. So, like for example, one that I constantly put on myself is to lose weight. I put on a little bit around the old midsection and probably could afford to shed a few pounds. So every year I'd set this idea of got to get out, get to the gym, work out more, start shedding this, eat better. But I really didn't want to. I enjoy eating food. I enjoy flavorful food. Probably food that's a little too high in saturated fat from time to time. But it's what I enjoy. I didn't want to cut that back and just start eating lettuce and celery all the time and making that fill up me up all the day. I wouldn't enjoy meals anymore as much as I do. There wasn't that desire to push myself in that, to fix myself in that way. And it was true for a lot of these resolutions that I set. So we started looking at the ones that were successful. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to do something. It was nothing more than just learning a new craft, putting something on. It was brewing beer and just figuring out how that worked, learning the process, learning how to manipulate the flavors and everything like this. It was something I wanted to do. And you know what? I'm still doing this 4 or 5 years later, whatever it's been. I still brew beer. I'm not a drunkard by any means. I mean, most people would say I'm pretty much a lightweight when it comes to alcohol, but I enjoy the process of doing this. And when we have events or gatherings, to have some on hand to share with everybody. But it's something that I enjoyed doing. It helped improve myself. It helped challenge my mind to learn a new task, new technique. But the biggest part was that it was a want. And that's kind of the conclusion we came through on this podcast was look for the things that you want to do and not the things you're told to do. Because if you want it, success rate is going to be a whole lot higher. And you still may fail because you realize once you get your feet dipped into it, it's not something for you. But you learned something there and improved yourself. There's a whole big wide world out there that we can grow in, learn from, and get better at, and improve our own selves. And doing that will only improve the world around us.